Hey guys, I think I'm on this thing. I can't ever really tell I'm on. It's crazy. I told y'all I would do a little thing about Bitcoin. I'm going to go ahead and do that today. I'm going to do it before we do our Bible study on Mondays, because Mondays is the day that we Bible study, and I don't want y'all to get distracted. It's all about the Lord on those days. But on other days, maybe we can do things about current events and the things that are going on that the Christian community does need to know about. We are living in these times. So we're still living on this planet, and we don't need to be dumb and in our caves, and we need to understand the things that are going on around us. So I thought that I would just touch on this a little bit for you. I myself am new to the Bitcoin craze. So it all began for me investing in the markets, in the stock markets, in the Dow. I use a stock exchange to trade and stuff with my stocks. There's an app I use. Robinhood is what I use. I highly recommend it, and I'm able to trade stocks like that. But around Christmas and around the first of the year, I've been praying a lot for wisdom, and that's number one what I ask for always. I ask for knowledge and wisdom, because as long as I have knowledge, as long as I have wisdom, I'm able to make better choices. I'm able to make more money. I'm able to make better decisions with wisdom and knowledge. And so while I was actually praying about those things, I came across this whole way of trading cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies is Bitcoin. But what I didn't know is that Bitcoin, along with Bitcoin, there are thousands of other altcoins or cryptocurrencies. So through this entire understanding this whole world of crypto, I've got a good understanding of it, so I'll just lay down what I know for you guys, and then I expect you guys to go and study this on your own. So let me just go ahead and just first off saying, cryptos is not for everybody. Okay, this whole exchange is not for everybody. It's not this rich quick scheme. It's not something you need to go into thinking you're going to make it rich. I mean, obviously Bitcoin has caught everybody's attention. Everyone's like, Bitcoin, what the heck is this Bitcoin? It went from like not even on the map to about $14,000 a coin. Like, what is it, right? So basically we've got two things going on. And I'm going to break it down as easy as I can, okay? Because the very first thing that I looked into this was knowledge. I wanted to know what it was. I wanted to know what the heck, where does it get its value? I wanted to know everything about it. So I studied, I read, I studied. That's how you learn this thing, stuff. Anything. You read, you study some more, you read some more, and you study. And then I went to the sources of all of this cryptocurrencies. I want to know who made it. I wanted to watch videos on the creators of cryptos. I wanted to know the blockchain. I wanted to know it all. So, this is what I'm going to tell y'all. Alright, so we've got two exchanges. Let's just start there. We have the Dow, okay, and the NASDAQ. I'm going to write it down. And then we have a crypto exchange. Alright, we've got two. Alright, so we have a Dow exchange and we have a crypto exchange. The Dow, I'll use Robinhood. It's an app on my phone. The crypto exchange, I started simple. I used Coinbase. Okay. So we have Robinhood. That's just, now there's plenty of other exchanges you can use for the Dow and for the market. That's just what I use. Robinhood has no fees. It has no commission fees, no trading fees. So if you're buying whatever stock or whatever shares you want, there is no fees or commission. They basically make a profit off of the interest collected on the funds that come into Robinhood to exchange. Okay, that's how they make their profit. So I go with them. And they trade quickly. I don't have to get on the phone with anybody or the bank. I do it myself. And Coinbase, I use for cryptos. But Coinbase, and I'll get into it in a minute, only offers 4 cryptocurrencies, okay? Coinbase offers you Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, and I'll get to that in a minute, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Alright, we've got Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Litecoin is all under Coinbase. Okay, these are the only 4 that you can get there. There are many, many more. And the only reason why Coinbase picked up these 4 is because these 4 have the most volume. What is cryptocurrency? What is Bitcoin? Now, a lot of people have said, and I've read everything, it is a Ponzi scheme, it is going to crash, it is worthless, there's no value in it, it's not backed by anything. So I took all of these comments and all of these threads, and I went to study and went to the source's mouth myself. What I found is that actually, to make one Bitcoin, right, takes about $2,000 to create in electricity, in mining, in productivity, in labor. And not only does it take $2,000 a coin to make, there's your value right there. There's just your baseline value. It also, they only made 27 million of them. And only in 10% of that 27 million Bitcoins, people have lost. Like as in back in 2010, they bought Bitcoin when it was like a cent or like $10. Just maybe some gamers, maybe some smart intellectual people. Now it's at 14,000. They can't find their keys. They can't find how to get into it. They can't find anything. So that 27 million has now kind of gone down to about 16 million coins. You can't make any more. There are no more. No Bitcoin is being made. There's the value, and the fact that it's on an exchange and people are trading it for value, that's why the price is going up. Now, aside from Coinbase, you have other exchanges, and they're filling up so fast that these exchanges are now shutting new customers down. Like you can't even get in. Like I have a Coinbase account, but I also have an account where I exchange other altcoins that are not main coins, that are not on Coinbase, and you have many. You have Bittrex, you have Binance, you have Poloniex. Now these are other advanced exchanges, and they look more like the DAO. It's where you can go and you can exchange cryptocurrencies just like you would a share or a stock on the DAO, like I would on Robinhood. Okay, but I'm not talking about the DAO or shares. I'm talking about cryptos now. I use Binance, and as of like last week, I don't think that you can get on Binance, Bittrex, Poloniex. They've all stopped new customers coming in because they're getting about 100,000 new signups a day, and their servers cannot handle it all. So my point is that the cat's out of the bag. People are now moving away from the market because, let's face it, you put money into the market, you start buying shares, what is your return? Like I may make 1%, 2% a year in the Dow because why? It's manipulated. Wall Street is manipulated. They're printing more money. There is no backing of the U.S. currency. The argument's like, well, there's no value in Bitcoin. Well, is there value in the U.S. dollar? We're not backed by gold. We're not backed by anything. We're not even backed by petro anymore. All they're doing is printing money. Inflation is sky high. In the Bitcoin crypto world, they're only making a certain amount of these coins, number one. Number two, it costs money to make these coins. And number three, exchanges or retailers are picking them up. That's another thing that caught my attention. You're able to buy a Lamborghini in Sweden, I think it is, with Bitcoin. It is now becoming a currency in some of these retailers. Amazon is now accepting Litecoin and Bitcoin. They're going to pick up Bitcoin, I think, in February. So if you get on these things early and you start understanding the trends, you're able to really soar, cash out, maybe get out of debt, maybe buy your home in cash, maybe buy your car in cash, get out of it, and get what you need. I don't see crypto, everything that I've studied and everything that I've read, I don't see it going away. I see it more as someone said, well, this is a globalist thing. Actually, it's the opposite. The globalists want us to have their currency. The government wants us to have their currency. They can manipulate it, and they can tax it, and they can figure out where you're spending it. The IRS is having a problem right now with Bitcoin when it wasn't a problem. They didn't even really notice it. They're like, yeah, whatever, exchange. It's almost like gold and silver. Exchange however you want. It's fine. Just pay us, taxes on, what your profit is or whatever. They're okay with that. But now that Bitcoin has gone to like $0 to like $14,000 a coin, and people are actually becoming millionaires, the IRS is wanting in on this. And the problem is the IRS can't get in on this. That's the beautiful part about it. They cannot control this. And basically what it has come down to is that the people are revolting. They are saying, we are so done with you guys manipulating our currency. Like nowadays, you can't even buy cash. You can't even, say you had $300,000 and you wanted to go buy cash for your home. You can't even do that without the government wanting to know where you got it, have you laundered money, and if you tell them no, they're taking you to court anyway. Because they're like, we don't believe you. Where'd you get all this cash? Well, how about I've saved it my whole life and stuck it under my mattress? They don't believe you. It's almost illegal to buy anything over $10,000. They say it's not. But you go to the bank right now and try to withdraw $50,000. The bank's going to report you. They're going to ask you questions. They're not going to give it to you. And it may take 2 or 3 weeks to get it. And then the IRS is coming after you going, why did you want $50,000? How about it's none of your business? How about it's my money? So people are revolting, and it's the opposite of the globalists. People are like, you know what? We don't want your dollar. We don't want your, whatever, your other currencies that the other countries exchange. We're going to start making our own, and it's called cryptocurrency. And that's where this whole thing has gone into. You can exchange these, invest in these currencies, and then once you have them in your possession, you can actually go buy physical things. Like I said, Amazon is now taking it. You can buy a Lamborghini in some countries with Bitcoin. People are accepting because it has a value. And just like anything, of course it has a black market. The US dollar has a black market. When the internet started up, the dot-com bubble, it had a black market. I mean, you give anybody resources, they're going to use it for evil for sure. But just like anything, those things are always stamped out. I want to show y'all a funny video. So, if you catch things early enough, and you start educating yourself on things coming early enough, you're able to get ahead of the game and really start profiting off of some of these things before it's too late. And none of us really remember how awkward it was once the internet was brand new and emails were brand new. I know I was a kid, so I don't remember. This is kind of like all I know. But back, you baby boomers who were catapulted into this internet thing said the same thing about the internet. It's not going to work. It's going to fail. It's a bubble. It's going to crash. It's for the black market. It's for this. It's for that. Now look at it. We cannot operate without it. We cannot operate without email. Most of us pay our bills online. We use digital currency anyways. I online bill pay everything. I send it through my bank and they go ahead and pay it. So we are into this futuristic stuff. And as far as the Christian church goes, not everything has to be evil. I mean, I think that we can have enough wisdom to go, you know what, we can definitely use this for the kingdom. We can definitely use this to get out of debt. We know that this one world currency is coming. We know that the mark of the beast is coming. We know that this one world order is coming. So in order for us to get ready, let's go ahead and be wise and use it for the kingdom. Bless somebody else. Get out of debt. Get your house paid off. Get your car paid off. Get your credit cards paid off. Get operating in a currency where you can have and be ready for the times to come, so that you, not just for yourself, so that you can bless others. You can bring others into the kingdom. You ain't gonna do all that when you're worried about money, when you're stressed about being in debt, when you're stressed about how you're gonna pay your bills once the B system comes in, because you haven't accepted the mark, because you still owe a mortgage on your home. You still owe a car payment. Well, you know what? If you own everything, I think you get a little bit more of a chance, right? Okay, so let me play this for y'all. It's freaking hilarious. All right, let me turn this around. Look at this. Let me get to it. All right, listen to this, y'all.
Yes, I wasn't prepared to translate that as I was doing that little...
1994.
That little mark with the A and then the ring around it.
At.
See, that's what I said. Mm-hmm. Katie said she thought it was about.
Yeah. Oh.
But I'd never heard it. I'd never heard it said. I'd always seen the mark, but never heard it said. And then it sounded stupid when I said it. Violence at NBC.
I heard be around big fun up in the lunchroom the other week.
There it is. Violence at NBC. GE.com. I mean,
this was in 1994.
Well, Allison should know.
What is internet anyway?
Internet is that massive computer network. The one that's becoming really big now.
What do you mean? How does one? What do you write to it like mail?
No, a lot of people use it and communicate. I guess they can communicate with NBC writers and producers. Allison, can you explain what internet is?
Explain the internet,
she
y'all.
Can't say anything in 10 seconds or less.
Allison will be in the studio shortly.
What does
it mean?
It's a giant computer network made up of started from.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell us what this was.
It's like a computer billboard.
It's not it's a computer billboard, but it's nationwide. It's several universities and everything all joined together.
Right.
And others can access it.
Right.
And it's getting bigger and bigger all the time.
It came in really handy during the quake. A lot of people, that's how they work.
All right, so having the same exact conversations as the world out there is having about cryptocurrencies. People are scared of it because they don't understand it. But I promise you guys, listen, I don't care if you exchange on crypto or not. I mean, I don't have anything, I don't make any money off of telling you guys this. We're all on the same team. Like, actually, the more people that get into the cryptocurrencies, the more profit we're going to make, just like the Dow, just like the stock market. And actually, Wall Street's starting to look at the crypto exchange as well. So if you want to learn this stuff, I guarantee you should. And number two, honestly, don't go in and all gung-ho and invest every single penny you have into cryptos. Oh my gosh, don't do that on anything. But it's good to have a portfolio. Like, hold some precious metals, hold some cash in a safe, and then hold a little bit of money in your bank account. Then put about 10% into the cryptocurrencies. You want a portfolio of where your money's going. You want to be smart about this stuff. And don't put any money into a coin that you do not understand. Don't buy Bitcoin because everybody's buying Bitcoin. Don't buy Litecoin because everybody's buying Litecoin. Don't buy any altcoin because someone told you to. Choose a currency, choose a coin, choose a crypto, learn about it, and go, okay, who's made it? What's their reputation? How smart are they? Like, I tend to look at coins like, okay, I want to know who the creator is. What is its function? Do they have a good work ethic? Have they made other things in the past? And then once I believe in something, I will go ahead and drop money and invest in it. You know, I think Bitcoin is definitely the gold standard. It's like the gold. So it's always good, I would think, to put a little money in Bitcoin because you're going to get so much return off of that. But then Bitcoin is just the starter. Like, this is just the beginning, guys. You haven't missed anything. There's nothing you've missed. It's just put a little bit in Bitcoin, maybe skim off some of your profits and start buying other things that you see have a bigger return as you see people are using it. I'm not an expert by any means, and some of the people that have created Bitcoin don't even call themselves experts because there's so much to learn on this blockchain. Like, it's just growing and growing and growing. And we all know, let's just be real here, we all honestly know, if you're a Christian, where this is headed. Okay, let's not get greedy, and let's not lose sight of where this is headed. I mean, the more I study this, the more I go to God, oh, I see how they're going to implement this one world currency. I get it, Lord. I see, but we're not there, okay? And I think it's important that we understand this technology so that when we get there, you're going to recognize it and you're going to go, okay, but no, I'm not, that's not something I'm going to do. Because with knowledge is power. And it's important you go ahead and learn this stuff because it's coming. Cryptos are not going anywhere. Just like the internet, just like you were watching the video from Good Morning America, they were somewhat scared and making fun of it. But they can't run that company, and those people that are still in broadcasting today, they can't do their jobs without the internet or Instagram or emails or any of this digital currency. They probably pay their bills online. So this is where it's headed. Only invest in something that you know. Don't be stupid. Don't dump all of your stuff in here. And people are like, well, it's a bubble, so it's going to crash. I hope it does. I hope it does crash because I'm going to buy every Bitcoin in the world. It's so crazy how none of us learned anything in public school system. You buy low, you sell high. You buy low, you sell high. What goes up always comes down. This market right now with the housing market, it's going to crash again. Okay, it's just everything goes up, it comes down. The way you make money, the way that you learn is you learn how to watch the markets. You learn how to buy low and you sell it high. You don't sell everything high, you just skim off the profits. And you go either pay off debt, invest in something else, or buy a home, and you leave whatever you invested in, and then when it hits low, you buy more, guys. See, all of this is wisdom, and you need to go in and you need to start learning this stuff. So, let me wrap this up, because I just wanted to hit a little bit on the Bitcoin stuff. It's not evil, it's not bad, it's not used for the black market. This is where we're headed, and y'all might as well get used to learning it if you want to be smart and wise about your money. If you want to live comfortably, or maybe just get a profit, as we inch into these things. We're all on the same team. There's a lot of people that are way far from even getting this stuff. It's still early. And I think you're about to see an eruption in this whole crypto world. And I don't want you to be too late. So go ahead and start reading forums about it. Like I said, beginners, go ahead and start with Coinbase. It has higher fees with exchanging, but at the same time, with the rate of the return with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, you're just going to get that money back real quick, number one. Number two, it's an easy way to get to know and learn how to buy this stuff and how to exchange this stuff. It's really kindergarten. Once you get that down and you get your forums down and you're reading who's making these cryptos, you can go into other exchanges once they start back up. I know that Bittrex and Binance and Poloniex, even though they're shut down to new customers right now because the flood is so much, they are creating a bigger platform so that they will reopen again, and you're going to be able to go into the exchanges and buy, Tron and buy Stellar, Steemit, EOS, and all these other coins. If you're lost, don't worry about it. Just go read, and you'll figure out what I'm talking about. And maybe we'll do this more often as the week goes on. Like, we'll have our Bible studies on Monday. That will never change. And then we'll just sit around and talk about things currently and as it pertains to our lives as Christians and us moving forward into the return of the Lord. Before I go, does anybody have any questions I can answer real quick? I usually don't read stuff as I'm talking because I get distracted. Let's see, Tom says, how much do you have invested and how much have you made? That's the bottom line. I've lost too much money to take any more risk. Okay, basically, only invest what you are willing to lose, okay? If you're only willing to lose $100, invest $100. Invest $100 in Litecoin. Like, I put in, just starting out into Coinbase, just to figure things out, I put in $100, and I made $50 in 24 hours. I skimmed off that $50, and I took it and I played around in the big boy exchange, Binance, okay? And I played around with like $10 on this coin, $20 on that coin. For instance, I put in money on Stellar. I put $15 on Stellar on Binance, which is an exchange. It was selling for like 21 cents. So I bought Stellar. Within 48 hours, it had gone up to 94 cents. I skimmed off my profit, and I bought Tron at 21 cents. So what I'm telling you is dip your toes into this and learn how to exchange, learn how to trade, learn the market, learn the cryptos. Once you get familiar with it, you start putting in more money, and you start figuring out how to make the money and not lose the money. Now, if you're one of those anxious people that are really scared, and you sit there and you're watching the exchange and you panic over 1%, 2% loss, then I would not put in a lot of money at all, and I wouldn't even try to even do this right now. Okay, this is for the people who want to learn, who don't care about losing $50 to $100 trying to figure it out, because you're going to lose money because you're a beginner, because you're trying to learn this stuff. Or I would just stay in the very safe zones, which is like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Cash. Those are just growing. They may drop in price and stuff, but they're exponentially going up. So stay safe like that. Any other questions? What website to do this? Coinbase is your number one cryptocurrency safe place right now. Number one. It's insured. Every single coin it sells, it's insured. It has a great fast turnover rate. Their fees are a little higher, like I said, but I wouldn't trust any other exchange if you're a beginner. Just don't, okay? Because there's too many knockoffs. There's too many scams. There's too many. Coinbase. Start there, and then begin to learn and read. Let's see. Any other questions? Is this called gambling? No. Do you play the stock market? Do you have a 401k? That's all put in the market. Do you have a pension? That's in the market. So I'd rather take a step with cryptos because it's people ran. It's not government ran. And, you know, it's like, instead of me putting it into a savings account in my bank that yields like 0.005% per year, I'm going to put it into a exchange that quadruples my return within 48 hours. So that's a better return than my savings account. Anybody else? Anybody else have a question? I exchange just in gold and silver. Yeah. I mean, I still hold my metal assets. Like I said, you want a portfolio. You don't want all your eggs in one basket. Like, you know, you want some metal assets because those are always going to be money. It's always going to be liquid. You could always go down and exchange your metal assets for cash because we're still operating in cash, right? So hold it there. I actually still hold shares in the stock market. You know, practical things because I know where it's going. I hold it in mining shares, coal mining shares because Obama lifted all of that pressure off of the coal miners. They're back in business. I hold shares like that, and so now I hold it in cryptos. Is it easy to cash out? Very easy to cash out on Coinbase. Now, once you start getting really advanced and you're exchanging on other exchanges, like the ones I mentioned earlier, you can go back and see which ones I did earlier in this video. It's really easy. Once you get familiar with the website on Coinbase, you can exchange within cryptos, and you can also sell it on Coinbase, and you can sell it into US dollars into what we call your wallet, and then from your wallet into your banking account. Oh, and that's another thing I want to tell you guys. Wallets. In the crypto world, once you buy a crypto, I would not leave it on the exchange. The exchange is Coinbase, Binance, Poloniex, but for just this conversation, I'm talking about Coinbase. I would leave just enough that you want in there to grow, and I would take the profits off of the exchange and put it in a wallet. Now, think of a wallet as a bank, all right? But we're not using the word bank as we know it, like as in, you know, Bank of America, SunTrust, USAA. No, I'm talking about a bank that you own, and they're called wallets. You've got 3 different wallets. You could put a wallet on your desktop. You can use a wallet on the internet, or you can use a hard drive wallet called cold storage. And basically you take it off and you just store it there so that no hackers or no anybody can get to it, because cryptocurrency is related as cash. Once you lose it, you can never trace it, find it. It's gone forever. Just like if you take all your money out of the bank and you put it in your safe and someone runs off with your safe, well, it's gone. Cash is gone. When someone grabs cash, it's gone forever, just like cryptos. If someone gets your security key and you haven't placed it in your wallet, or if someone hacks your account on the exchange and someone takes your cryptos, it's gone forever. There's no police, there's no trail of it, there's nothing, and it's gone. So, you know, say you pumped in $10,000 into Bitcoin and Bitcoin goes up to $1 million, and my gosh, you have, you know, $500,000 in Bitcoin, and someone takes that because you did not take it off the exchange, your money's gone forever, and you're going to be very depressed. So yeah, you can take your profits, you can sell it, you can throw it into your wallet on Coinbase. Unless you've been on Coinbase, you don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and register. You'll see what I'm talking about. From your wallet, you can deposit it into your checking account, PayPal account, Visa card, wherever you want to pay your bills, however you want to get it off. Any other questions? Yeah, I will post the Coinbase website underneath this video. So just click that, and that will take you to Coinbase. And the other websites, I'll post them, but you're not going to be able to get on them. But maybe you can store them for later, so that when they come back online, you'll be able to get into these exchanges. But Coinbase, start off number 1. Any other questions? How to understand the difference between, let's see. Any other questions before I go? Yes, you can use a credit card to buy your coins. Actually, it's faster on Coinbase if you use a credit card rather than drafting it. They have so much, there's so much flood into the crypto market right now that they're having delays on transactions. What used to take 24 hours is now taking 6 to 7 days, and now they've capped how much money or how many coins you can buy at one time. So Coinbase is taking up to 6 days if you wire it from your bank account. Like if you put your bank account in Coinbase and you're wanting to draft it from your bank account to buy a Bitcoin, it's taking up to 6-7 days. However, it's immediate transaction if you use your debit card, but there is a fee. It's like a $2 fee.
Mommy, I need to go poop my diaper.
Okay, go get your diaper.
Come here.
Go get it and I'll put it on. Go get it. Hurry up. I'm doing something real quick. Go get it and I'll put it on. Sorry guys, this is live action. Any other questions before I go? I feel like I've just breezed through all of this. I feel like there's so much more I want to say that I didn't say. If there's anything that I can think of later, I'll write it down and then we can discuss it. Not on Bible study days, because Bible study days we're focusing on the Lord and His Word. But on maybe current event days. Maybe I'll pick a day that we'll just do that. And any other questions? Yes, I have found a safe wallet that I like to put mine in. It's called Exodus. Hold on, I'm putting the diaper on the baby. So Exodus is I'll use on my desktop. Like if I want to have a place where I can get to my cryptos really quickly. Like if I want to, like say Bitcoin crashes and I want to buy a lot of Bitcoin real quick, I have some on my desktop in the Exodus wallet, and I can quickly take that and buy it on my Coinbase or my Binance exchange. If I bought a whole lot of cryptocurrency and I just want to hold on to it, I put it on, which I haven't got yet, and I'm going to get. This is the number one I've researched that I like the most. It's called a Nano Ledger. Ledger Nano. It's a hard cold storage. So I'll put it on my Nano Ledger, and it's a USB drive, and I'll throw all my coins on that ledger, and I'm going to put it in my safe, and I'm going to lock it up. And I'm just going to forget about it. And what I want to use to exchange with, I'll put on my desktop, or I'll put it on my Coinbase wallet if I'm going to exchange from Coinbase. It really just depends, and you'll figure all this stuff out as you learn it. You'll go, well, I don't really want to exchange from Coinbase because their fees are sky high. Like, you learn these things, just like we learned when internet came out, and everyone was scared about internet. And then, obviously, you just let the Holy Spirit guide you. There's some territories where God's like, the Holy Spirit's like, hold up, swole up, don't go down that route, or, don't go down this route, or don't get fixated and idolize this stuff, because right now we're making really big returns. Don't get greedy. Don't use this as a form of investment, not a form of getting rich quick. Don't let your mind go there. It's easy to step in the flesh and let your mind go there. Use it as like a savings account just to get a little bit of extra cash, get a little bit of extra return, skim it off, put it someplace safe, right? Anything else? I know this does sound confusing. It's going to be confusing right now, Lizzie. It's going to be. But it's only because you're only hearing it from me. You haven't studied and read this stuff. It was confusing when I first learned it. Like, it was a headache. I was like, oh my gosh, like my head's about to explode. Like, what's the blockchain? What's a crypto? But once I have it, I don't have it figured out. Once I had wisdom about it and I started playing around with things, clicking buttons. I mean, click buttons. When you're on the exchange, just start clicking stuff. You're not going to crash the system. Just learn. Just feel your way around. Learn how to read graphs. Learn how to make money. Buy low, sell high. These are wisdom things that all of us can learn. Start getting out, start reading about people who are brilliant with numbers. Warren Buffett and all of those people. I know they're globalist, okay? I'm not talking about what they believe. I'm not talking about what they worship. I'm talking about their wisdom and how they run their lives in this currency, in this paradigm that we live in. All right, and talk to the Lord about it. I'll go to the Lord and I'll say, Lord, I need wisdom about this. I need wisdom about how to, get out of debt, or how to conserve my money, or how to make more money, or how to, do this with the currency that I'm forced to operate in, Lord. Give me some advice. Give me some wisdom. Let the Holy Spirit guide you. Don't let the world guide you. Don't let these talking heads guide you. There's a lot of people out there that think they're a freaking wise cat and they're an expert on all of this crypto stuff, finance stuff. There's a lot of talking heads out there. I'll list who I watch. I will list who I have learned from, and that is from the creators themselves, who really get this, who created this, and that's how I learn and taught myself what I feel like I'm ready to buy, what I want to invest in. I don't invest in anything I don't know about, okay? If I don't know a blockchain, if I don't know a crypto or an altcoin, and I just see it moving up on the exchange, I ain't gonna buy it until I know what it is. It could just be a popular craze where someone's pumping and dumping, where someone's buying a whole lot of it and they're just going to dump it. No, I'm in for the long haul. I want to know what cryptos are actually going to be used for exchanging, used for currency, used by companies. You do that by studying the coin and the creator and who's picking it up. And I'll list who I learned from. All right, this has gone long enough. I love y'all. We'll pick up this conversation next week on the current events time, and then I will see y'all Monday for Bible study. We're back in Genesis. Love y'all. Bye.
Mama, I'll clean my room up.
That's awesome, son. Good.